Okay. Hi, my name is Florin Kitsu, and I'm here to present SkillBarn. We are in the online recruitment business. We are basically building a website for companies to help companies who need to hire IT professionals find them based on tested skills rather than resumes. A few words about our team. It's a family business. I've been in this industry for 13 years. I started as a developer and I moved on to C-level management. My wife, she's been doing IT recruitment for 9 years. We worked in startups and large companies on 2 continents, and basically I cover the IT and business part, and my wife has the domain knowledge about the recruitment. We also started already 3 companies in the past. One did really well and it's still operating. 2 went bankrupt. The problem, hiring IT people. It's one of the problems that keeps on coming back, and there are different angles. Companies trying to resolve it, but basically what we think the problem is the process. It takes too long, it's too expensive, it doesn't scale. You don't find the right people when you need them. When you find them, they are low in numbers and quality. And we are based on resumes. We try to match resumes to job descriptions, mostly by using keyword search, which doesn't really work. What's our solution? To create a platform where IT professionals would gravitate. We would test them and make this testing fun and use these signals that we're getting to match them to jobs, which basically pushes the resumes and the recruiters towards the end of the process and allows us to use some real signals from real tested persons to fill in the jobs. The secret sauce, it's just a different process. We have this angle where we start by testing and we finish the process using the resumes. There is money out there. These are figures in euros for 2014. So this is where we are. The online global recruitment market, it's at 3.2 billion euros. In Europe alone, it's 1.2 billion. What we're interested in, though, are the figures about the jobs. So next year, we expect to have 7 million jobs that require highly skilled professionals, out of which at least 400,000 will stay unfilled. We target 1% of this, which basically means 4,000 jobs. And we're using this great system and having these great algorithms, we don't think that a company will need more than 3 candidates to fill in a job. Which basically means that our target number of candidates is 12,000. We make our money by charging 100 euros for every candidate contacted by a company, which brings us with our projections at 1.2 million euros. The market and the competition. The biggest competition are the professional networks, such as LinkedIn and the job boards. Together, they eat about 44% of these budgets that are consumed online. We are in the white corner, where we are in the tested skills, basically. The investment. We need 400K. We come in with goodwill capital, a good team, the know-how, an almost finished product. And we also have 2 qualified large customers in Benelux. We are giving away 1/3 of the company, and we're spending this money for development, sales and marketing to the IT community, and to build the tests. The go-to-market strategy, start with jobs in Benelux, where we live, and we know the market very well, and target the professionals from Eastern Europe, and then expand to other geographies. We also have a roadmap for some enterprise services. Using this system and the algorithms that we have, companies can build very interesting skill maps of the skills they have inside the company. We can have algorithms going in and looking at the code and saying who knows what to do. And we can build in some CRM capabilities. I'll just use the few extra minutes to give you some, to share some screenshots. Basically, it's a very simple system. People go in, they fill in a simple profile, they take some tests, and we build some really nice analytics, which shows them what's their level for the job, what's the level of the skills. They can drill down and see very detailed information about technologies. And then we match them to jobs, and only when they show interest in these jobs, they can be contacted by companies. And the companies, they have a very interesting dashboard to define these jobs in a structured way. We're using a full methodology for this. And then again, they see the candidates that are already matched, that agreed to be contacted, that like the job, like the technology, and they can enter into contact with them, or they can see all these analytics that we're building for them. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you for the mic. I didn't see anything about competition, so if you can talk a little bit about this in the context where I've seen in the last 1 month about 25 companies doing the same.
Yes, because there are so many angles trying to solve this. The biggest competition is the job boards, the professional networks, and the referral through social networking.
I'm just speaking about the direct competition doing exactly the same.
Direct competition, very little. There's an angle. There are some companies like Interview Street, or there are some companies that organize sessions before a job interview, or they organize these hackathons where people can go in and they fill in this, they try to resolve these problems. Direct competition with exactly this angle where you go in and for fun, in a gamified way, you take tests whenever you have some time. There is none that has the exact same offering.
Florin, this is Dan speaking. You mentioned at some point 1% is your target for 2014. How long would it take, for example, to get up to 5% or maybe 10% of the respective market?
Well, the market, the online recruitment market, it grows by 4% a year. Now, we think, because we are in the low numbers and we're just starting, we think we can grow at least 5 times more than the market itself. I didn't go in 2013 or after 2014, because I think next year it will give us the right metrics to be able to make these projections. Right now it would be just wishful thinking of growing to about 20% at least a year, but we need more metrics after we launch.
How feasible is it to scale the project, for example, to include the US or other large
It's very
countries?
feasible because the problem is universal. The angles through which it's being approached don't really work that well. We still recruit the same way. The medium has changed a bit, but that's why there are so many startups trying to either fetch profiles on the internet or have some fancy glorified job boards. But there is a huge market out there. Every company needs to hire IT people, and every company constantly, when I was managing a company, I had different fears. The cash flow, the sales, will I have money to pay the salaries at the end of the month? But there was this constant fear that I will not find the right IT people to hire. And if I had a spike, for instance, there was this new project coming in, this was like the nightmare because you can't find 20 senior Java developers overnight. And I think the same problem is in the US or in Europe or anywhere else.